Watch the ride.
Hey everybody, well I'm just out and about on the UM having a little fun ride. I've done the review for this bike now, so I probably won't have it a huge amount of time longer so I can get the next one in. But someone did say, well, could you take it up a hill? And I thought, well, I need to go for a ride, I need to pop to the shops, I want to have a catch up and a chat with you guys, it's a nice day. So I thought, oh, well, I can go up a hill while I'm doing this video. So if you're watching, dude, I'm doing this for you. You wanted to see this going up a hill, I'm going to send it up a hill. I'm sort of having a half day off. It's kind of a light duties day where I don't mind editing and doing stuff like that, but I'm not doing any metalworks or anything like that because the past 2 days I've done some pretty long days working in a fabrication shop. I don't want to go into too many details, but if you remember I was doing some boat related work, well, where that is, there's actually 2 companies running from one building. They're 2 one-man bands, so, you know, it's not like, because some people said, well, maybe they'll take you on as a full-time staff member, and I'm like, no, you misunderstand, it's self-employed people who just need a helper, and I'm that. Well, I think it's probably the benefit of being a YouTuber, that, okay, I'm interested in all the metalworks and all the stuff that has allowed me to have some skills to help them, but because of the fact that I do YouTube, I'm so flexible. If they need me for a couple of days on a job that's too big for them to do on their own, or they don't have time to do, they can just call me in and I can help them out, and that's absolutely fantastic for me because it's a few days here and there, a little bit of extra cash coming in, really does help because it's hours in versus money out, it's quite different. Ooh, that's an old Aston, that is very nice. Oh, okay, so we're on the hill. Well, I'm in second. Beating a lorry up the hill. There's a really steep one I'll go down and come back up and then we'll go back down that way. So, well, where was I? Yeah, so the boat work kind of dried up a bit. There isn't any work for me at the moment, so that was kind of a shame. But by fortitude of being, is that the right word? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Fortune, whatever. The other guy who works from that shop said to me, actually, I could do your help for a couple of days on a couple of projects here and there. Because basically he's a fabricator and he makes things, and some of the things we're making are big. And it's just very difficult for one person on their own to make these things. So having a second person on hand and someone to be able to do some of the sort of more menial tasks is good for him. So it works out great for me. So it meant I spent 2 days basically linishing stainless steel and being a helper. Okay, right, so let's get up this hill, shall we? The reason that they wanted me to do this, because this bike is 180 odd kilos, I'm 15 and a half stone-ish. Okay, yeah, it's third's too much. Second, it's peppy. Much peppier in second. And I'm going fast enough to keep up with the limit, so, yeah, not bad. Again, weird. 9.5 kilowatts of power, 180 kilo bike, me on top of that, and it can still pull itself up a hill without any great difficulty, but I think that comes down to the gearing on this thing. Which is also surprising, the fact that it gets 68 miles an hour. It doesn't all really add up, does it? But oh well, it does. Magnets, how do they work? So there you go, my friend. You wanted to know, will the UM go up a hill? There's a couple of steep hills. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be flying up them at, 60 miles an hour, but it's not like it's dying trying to get up it. So basically, I'm just having a bit of an easy day today to let my back recover a bit. A lanishing machine, if you don't know what I said about polishing stainless steel, it's basically like a giant belt sander. And I have to sand through the grits and then polish these parts, blah, blah. And it's also great because I get to add to my skill sets of using different machines and learning different things and just having experience. And I'm very appreciative to both the people that have, in the past few months, given me some work, to, have trust that I know enough that I'm not going to be a hindrance around the shop, and I think it's working out okay, so, the odd day of work here and there is great for me. Can be very difficult though when I have to do something quite not technical, but it has a set procedure of the way you have to do these things, and I might do it one day and then not do it for a month and then go back and be like, oh shit, I have to remember exactly what I'm doing. I normally just have to hang on, let me watch through me one time, and I explain step by step, and they're like yes or no, or this bit yes, and then I'm back on track, which is good. But yeah, there's a big difference about doing something day in, day out, week in, week out, compared to doing something here and there. Stuff I do in the metalworks is similar, but it's different, so I use very different machines, they've got different processes going on, but I like it. And it's been absolutely fantastic timing, because sales in the metalworks have been Well, you remember I said like last month, and was it the month before I come on, I was like, things have really picked up, things have been great. Well, it only lasted about 3 weeks, and then things have gone bleh again. Oh, mate. Isn't it funny? You got 2 L-plated bikes, both in shorts and t-shirts, 2 full licensed people on big bikes, and we're both wearing like proper gear. It's not even hot. Okay, your choice, do what you want. You'll regret it. You're learning. You're the people who need the protection the most. So yes, if you fancy purchasing a clock or a keychain or a sticker or something, links in the description to my Etsy store. All help is greatly appreciated. I have the Spicy Army keychains, you know, these 7.62 NATO bullet casings that I can sign if you wish me to. I could do raising a few funds, because what I want to do for a video series, if you didn't watch my video about the value of my work, sort of explaining how I price things, I've got an idea for a series of videos making household items, and to do that I'm going to need my TIG welder up and running, which means I need to get gas. Thankfully, a couple of very kind people through PayPal have actually donated the equivalent of half a bottle of gas, so I will be getting that next week. This week, next week, what's this week? What's the day today? I have no idea. Next week. And I'll get on, once I've got those suggestions in for what I'm going to make, and try and make that first thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to watch that video. Just go to the end if you want to know what I'm talking about on that one. Okay, it gets better. I've just seen a girl sat on a scooter wearing pyjamas, bottoms, a polo top, and Ugg boots. Ugg boots are now bike boots. I swear to God, what is it with all the learners? I was like, oh, I don't need gear. It's mind-blowing. Oh, no. Anyway, so yes, that is what I've been up to recently. Well, you won't have noticed there being a lull in videos, because what I do is I make so many videos and work for days and days and days, so I have stuff made. It means that if I have a couple of days work come up, I still have videos for you guys for a couple of days until I get back to be able to start making videos. And then you tend to get one of these sorts of videos where I'm just messing around because, well, I'm having fun. Obviously, huge thanks to my Patreon supporters. Sorry if your name only just got added. I had made that many videos previous to this that you may have had to wait a week or two because I was just that far ahead. I have warned about this in the past, but thank you for your support. It's massively appreciated. But I hope you also understand that obviously I can't run a YouTube channel and live off of the money that I earn through that and patrons, so I have to do work here and there if I can find the work. So it does slow things up a bit, but I think most people, particularly my patrons, will be absolutely understanding of that fact. And probably appreciate the fact that, you know, I'm not just trying to live off of Patreon and trying to do those things. I'm actually, you know, starting the meltworks and working as well. I'm doing everything I can to try and allow myself to continue doing this. Power up! I've never put my feet up on these things. Oh my God! Changing gears somewhere. Where's the... Here we go. I feel like I should be giving birth. Other options include the passenger seat, which means you get perfectly straight legs almost. You can still change gear from this position. It's quite interesting, and you get a good airflow to the nuttle region. By the way, talking of my nuttles, don't forget to check out the Spicy Hunt videos. If you don't know what I'm talking about there, the Spicy Hunt is these TIG welded nuts that I sent out, and vlogger to vlogger have picked them up and taken them somewhere, and then someone's picked them up and then they've gone on and on. It's like a daisy chain of like geocaching. Well, there's been a spate of vloggers sending the nuts from one vlogger to another vlogger because there's not many in the area, and I think that was a spark of genius by whoever decided to start doing that. And yes, I have no problem with you doing that. If you want to leapfrog the nuts from your location to a mate who's also a vlogger somewhere up the country, do it, but just don't leave them in an area that there's no one around who can pick them up. You guys have been doing this yourself, like running this whole thing yourselves pretty much, and it's been amazing. And I've shared all the videos that you've made, and I've added them to the Spicy Hunt playlist. So if you want to follow the story of them and meet these different vloggers from around the country, there's some great ones in there you may never have heard of. You know, they're only little channels, but they produce some great content. Why is there a New York cab, an old New York cab, here? Oh yeah, I'm still sat up there, what am I doing? Felt very natural and comfy. Again, shorts, t-shirt, L-plate. Oh, one other thing from the UN review that I got wrong, but I don't think I really got wrong. A couple of people said, oh, by the way, Spicy, there is under-seat storage, and I'm like, huh? And they said, yeah, there's a little tray under the pillion seat, and I'm like, really? Is that the one you have to unbolt to remove? Yeah. I don't consider something that requires a socket set to gain access to as under-seat storage. Unless you also want to include the hollow inside the tyres as storage space. You know, you can keep all sorts of things there. Water, whiskey, your old farts, whatever you... I don't consider that storage. Though thank you for letting me know it's there. I would not have taken that off. Though someone did say to me, you know, you can keep some tools in there. I'm like, yeah, but you need tools to get in there. So what, you have to keep an axe, like a spanner on your set of keys to get into your toolkit? But of course not, because the toolkit on this is obviously kept in that secret stash box that I showed you in the review. I will miss this UM. It's a fun little bike to ride, and it's also great for getting around and not spending a fortune on fuel, because it's so economical. It saves me money having these review bikes. I'm not paid anything to do the reviews, I do all that myself. But I suppose I get to save some money on fuel. Although I might need to go to the chiropractor. It is sticking with tradition and firm suspension for sure. I'm going to do one more thing before this video ends, and you'll join me in the garage to do that, because I have a parcel and I just need to open it. So thanks to my Patreon supporters, thank you to everyone who's been watching. I have more interesting content coming up soon. Not just me babbling crap videos, but I know there is a demand for that too. And some people like to know what I've been up to, sort of, you know, different things work-wise and stuff. I wish I could show you more, tell you more about it, but I try not to. I don't really want to draw attention to companies. I don't want to ruin the chances of them giving me more work. I don't know. I just don't want to do that. So anyway, bye-bye. Well, garage. Okay, curiosity got the better of me, and I know you want to see. Oh look, there is storage, and a spicy 110 keychain available from motoloot.com, links in the description. Yeah, it does have this little tray, but you get to it by unbolting it. Yeah, I'm not classing that as under-seat storage, sorry. Okay, so here is the last thing for the video. It's a parcel I received. It's Duran. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm guessing that means fragile. This is from the Netherlands, so I'm thinking I might know who this is from, or maybe I don't. Who knows? I know who this is from because it's another Christmas card, and he sent a Christmas card last time. I'm guessing he's just got some left over and he's using them, and that's a fantastic idea. Hi Spicy, 2 sprockets, both from my old Honda XL 600R from 1989. They might need a good burn in the bonfire before you get them clean. If you don't know what he's referencing there, watch my video about will it crack, to do with superheating an engine head and then putting it in water. Keep the videos coming. Greetings, my Fest 2. I really do hope it is. Well, that's quite a cool one. I like the ones with the big round holes in them because they look really cool if you either paint them with like the water droplet effect I do, or if you do the backing plate with that, because it kind of, like, it's like bubbles. But there is the front sprocket in there as well. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate that. My Fest 2 is an absolutely fantastic supporter of this channel, as are many of you people. You know who you are. You know what you've done to help me. And thank you for doing it and continuing to do it, because it allows me to keep doing this. There you go. We draw to an end of a bit of a random video. I know it's been talking about all sorts of things and work and stuff, but I thought it might be interesting to you to know what I have to do to keep doing this. It's like I have to work extra hard to be able to keep doing this, opposed to people like, oh, just doing it for the money. No, I do all I can to keep making and doing and creating videos. Well, let's end it now because it's probably stupidly long. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed this video and the other content on the channel, please consider following the links in the description to show your support.